I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. Dry weather likely to continue through at least the weekend as a ridge of high pressure stretching out from the desert southwest to the Rockies cuts off any rain and thunderstorm chances. Near critical fire weather conditions continue through this evening, especially along and west of Highway 281, where winds gust into the 20s. After highs this afternoon, in the mid to upper 70s, we'll see highs in the 80s for tomorrow through Saturday. Smoke from western U.S. wildfires tomorrow could result in poor air quality for western areas that are along and west of Highway 83. Wednesday through Friday are warmest days of the next week, with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Elevated fire weather concerns continue through the weekend due to low humidity and dry vegetation. Elevated fire weather concerns continue through the weekend due to low humidity and dry vegetation. Winds, though, should stay light enough to preclude a serious threat of a red flag warning. Dry passage of a cold front drops our highs into the upper 60s to the mid 70s on Sunday. Warm and mostly dry weather continues through the long-term forecast. Warmer than normal temperatures are likely this weekend through October 20th in Nebraska, Kansas, and across the central and western U.S. With the rapid cool down of what is typical for temperatures in the month of October, central Nebraska daytime highs by October 20th are typically in the low to mid 60s, with average overnight lows in the mid to upper 30s. The low number rainfall is indicated for Nebraska, Kansas, and all of the U.S. except for the West Coast this weekend through October 20th. Key weather factors impacting the markets include dry weather for most of the U.S., another hurricane moving into Florida, and increasing rainfall for central Brazil. On the plains, very warm, dry weather continues to reduce soil moisture for recently planted winter wheat. Wheat planting progress on the plains ranges from 22% complete in Oklahoma to 71% complete in Nebraska. Dry weather across the Corn Belt is promoting corn and soybean maturing and harvesting despite the slightly cooler conditions from the passage of a cold front. The next 5 days, dry weather covers much of the U.S. Unseasonably warm air in the western and central U.S. contrasts with moderately cooler air in the east. A cold front this weekend brings a few showers to the Great Lakes and a burst of colder air to the eastern U.S. going into next week. Milton is a Category 5 hurricane now and is expected to only weaken slightly as it reaches the Gulf Coast of Florida on Wednesday. Milton accelerates eastward with potentially deadly and damaging impacts to Florida's peninsula from storm surge, high winds, and flooding rains. In central Brazil, good rainfall moving up from southern Brazil has producers finally planting soybeans in earnest. The wet season rains in central Brazil about 2 weeks late and could delay the planting of second crop corn early next year. Far northern Argentina started to see scattered rain yesterday, and more rain is expected this early week. Southern Argentina, especially Cordoba, continues to miss out, continuing the trend of poor conditions for reproductive wheat and corn planting. More soaking rain is needed in all of Argentina. Soybean planting in Argentina does not begin until next month, and there are concerns if the rain does not start picking up the next couple of weeks. Eastern Europe rain this past weekend increased the soil moisture for winter wheat planting. More rain moves through Europe this week and could hinder corn harvest and wheat planting in the Northwest. With your check of ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.